that's actually Henry Aiken's side control attack system. That's it in a nutshell. We're going to add in just a few attacks using the lapel. Even though this is the more modern game, it actually opens things up, and you can go back to the Henry Aiken's attack system again. So sometimes if you're up against somebody that's really tight with their game and you just can't get a sniff, sometimes when you start using the lapels, it freaks them out a little bit, and then that will give openings for other things, as they say. So even though I don't really like the cross-face underhook game, because that requires me to do a lot of squeezing and stuff, and the problem with that is if I want to attack this arm, I have to bring this arm over anyway. So that's why I preferred this, which meant I can get that when I choose to. But I do like this control when I incorporate the lapel. The strengths of the cross-face underhook is I can put a lot of pressure on Carl's head. His two main escapes is to turn onto this right side and make frames. Turn onto your right side now, Carl. When I make him look this way with the crossface, it's very difficult for him to turn into me. But rather than squeezing with my hands, and this hand is tied up here, I can open up the lapel, pass it under his arm, and put tension in it. And now I make my grip under the armpit, and now I can make him look that way. How's that, Cara? So from there, this hand is free. Okay. Now I want to get this arm out of the way, because if I go for a cross choke now and bring this hand in, and this hand will stop, plus Carl is bringing in his limbs. So from there, once I put the cross face in, this hand is free. I'm going to grab pants and move up into knee on belly. Okay, now just turn this way. Oh. I need to be particular what I'm doing with my right instep. If there's space between my right instep and Carl's right hip, you can bump put me into deep half. We're in. So when we get to here, my right foot is glued to this hip. I keep this glued. My hand that was on the hip, I want now to take this hand out of the way. So I just start to turn my knee and put pressure on him. He's going to start pushing. That's when I switch the grip. Okay. Make sure I have connection with my forearm against his right jugular. And as I start to turn my knee and really push this in, second hand's looking for the cross choke. Again, I don't grab material because then Carl tucks his chin, and now we're there. So this comes in first, then I make the grip, and then I just connect my elbows. If I'm late, or maybe I'm not putting enough knee on belly pressure, when I reach to go for the choke, Carl's hand's not dealing with my knee, and he can make a grip of my hand. I just find the sleeve, pull him this way, and turn him on to his right side. I connect my right shoulder to Carl's right shoulder. From there I have the doors. Okay. That again. So, working from control 2, I have the cross face and I have the underhook. Okay. I'm going to open up the lapel and pass it under the arm, taking my time to put tension in it. So now I can start to make Carl look that way with a cross face. And if Carl's driving this into my face, I just turn my head so I'm looking away from it. And now from there I grab the pants. Only this time, instead of sliding my knee across, I actually come up on the knee on belly. So this foot's planted. So my left foot's planted here. So again, from that position, detail on keeping my instep connected to Carl's right hip. That's a big detail. That's an escape you're going to be coming up against better people. And again, anytime I start to feel Carl fiddling at my foot, I just turn my knee in. Sorry, bro. So that knee across the belt line will turn towards the sternum. I want to put my knee on his diaphragm. This is the reaction I'm after, where he is pushing my knee the other way. As he's playing with that knee, I just switch grips. My right comes in and passes the lapel from my left to my right, and I have connection with the fat part of my forearm against his right jugular. Again, a little bit more knee pressure, and then the second one comes in. How do we deal with the tucked chin? The chin card, this comes across. Wedge it in, then I make the grip. So option 1 is I just connect my elbows. Option 2 is if I don't get the grip and Carl's hand fighting from me, I just grab this and pull it across. So what gets the Brabo choke with the doors is I need Carl on the side. I already have blocked off his right jugular. So I pull this, and as my knee comes off his belly and Carl's on the side, I put my shoulder over Carl's shoulder. Now all I need to put is weight on it. My weight is on my right knee, so I just lift that off the mat, bring my head over his. It's a lot tighter than this. Why? Because I have the lapel. Okay. One more time on that. Firmer position. Open the lapel. Carl's gliding up warming. Now you just turn my head. Cross face pressure is everything. That means when you make the transition from side control to the belly, it's a little bit more secure. Okay. So again, this battle of keeping the grip on the pencil, that turning my knee in, riding this movement, switch. Make sure there's connection. There can't be any space there. Okay. Option 1 is when I go for the cross choke, I will put a little bit of pressure on him. When his hands is there, I just chop that in. That's our first option. If I wasn't doing that and he's hand fighting from there, I just grab this, but I don't want him flat on his back. So I start to turn him onto the side and get my shoulder over his shoulder. Now I put all my weight on that by lifting my knee off the mat and bringing my head over